Have you ever finished reading a book or watching a lecture and then realized you can't remember a single thing from it? Yeah, I've been there too. But what if I told you there's a system that helps you actually remember and apply almost everything you study, read, or learn? It's the same system I've used for over 7 years, from studying complex medical topics like disease pathophysiology to reading productivity and business books, and even understanding scientific research. And the best part? It actually works because it breaks learning into two stages that most people completely ignore. Before we jump in, if you love practical tools that make learning easier and smarter, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let's get started. The two stages of learning. Most people believe that if they just consume more information, read faster, watch more videos, or binge audiobooks, they'll remember more. But that's not how learning really works. The secret is this. It's not about how much goes into your brain. It's about how much stays in your brain. That's where the two stages come in. Stage 1, consumption, what you take in. Stage 2, digestion, how you process and store what you took in. Most people get stuck in stage 1. They keep consuming without digesting. And just like overeating, when your brain doesn't digest what it consumes, you end up forgetting almost all of it. Studies say up to 90%. So, the real skill is learning how to balance these two stages. And that's exactly what my system, called PACER, helps you do. Introducing the PACER system. Every piece of information you read or study falls into one of 5 categories. Each category has its own specific process for remembering and applying it. The 5 categories form the acronym PACER. P, procedural. A, analogous. C, conceptual. E, evidence. R, reference. Let's go through each one. 1P, procedural, how to do something. This is how-to knowledge, instructions, methods, or techniques. For example, how to perform a medical exam, how to code, or how to speak a new language. The process here is practice. Don't just read or take notes, do it immediately. The faster you practice, the more you retain. If you read about a technique but don't have time to practice it now, stop consuming new info. Wait until you can actually apply it. Otherwise, you're wasting time because you'll forget most of it. Learning happens only when consumption is followed by digestion. 2. Analogous, connecting new to old knowledge. Analogous information is when new ideas remind you of something you already know. For example, if you're learning about how muscles contract and it reminds you of your swimming technique, that's an analogy. The process here is critique. Ask yourself, how are these two things similar? How are they different? Where does this analogy break down? Can I improve or replace it? Critiquing your analogies strengthens your understanding and memory because your brain loves connecting new ideas to old ones. C. Conceptual, the what and the why. This is the core knowledge, facts, theories, relationships, and principles. Conceptual knowledge tells you what something is and how it connects to other ideas. The process here is mapping. Use mind maps or visual diagrams to connect ideas instead of linear notes. Experts think in networks, not paragraphs, so mapping helps you think like an expert faster. As you read, keep expanding your map. Add analogies or examples where they fit. If you don't have time to map, pause your consumption. Don't rush. Balance comes first. 4. E. Evidence. Facts that support concepts. Evidence gives weight to your conceptual knowledge, like statistics, dates, or case studies. The process here is store and rehearse. Store. Save it somewhere organized, a note app, flashcards, or a second brain system, like Notion or Obsidian. Rehearse. Later, revisit and apply that evidence in context. Use it to explain or prove concepts, write essays, or teach others. Never waste time memorizing evidence while reading. Store it first, rehearse later. 5. R. Reference. This is the simplest type. Things like formulas, constants, names, or definitions. The process here is also store and rehearse. But here, you focus on direct recall using flashcards or spaced repetition tools like Anki. Spend a few minutes each day reviewing them. That's all you need. But again, don't reread or copy notes aimlessly. That's inefficient. Balance. The 2 stages. The key takeaway is this. Every time you consume something, make sure you digest it. Whether it's practicing, critiquing, mapping, or rehearsing, learning only happens when stage 1, consumption, is followed by stage 2, digestion. So instead of trying to remember everything, focus on remembering what's useful and connected, the knowledge that helps you think, solve problems, and create. Final thoughts. When it comes to learning efficiently, what I've shown you here is just the start. It's one small part of a much bigger system, a map that covers everything from focus to note-taking to long-term retention. If you'd like to keep improving your learning skills, I share weekly tips and insights that take less than 10 minutes to apply. You can find the link to my free newsletter in the description below. And of course, if you found this helpful, subscribe to my channel, drop a like, and share this with someone who's struggling to retain what they learn. Remember, it's not about how fast you learn, it's about how deeply you understand.